Venezuela, once one of Latin America's richest countries, has been in deep crisis for more than a decade. Economic collapse, hyperinflation, and political turmoil have crippled daily life, forcing millions to flee. The government, led by Nicolas Maduro, has been accused of corruption, human rights abuses, and election irregularities, while its dominant oil industry languished under mismanagement and sanctions. Over time, Venezuela's oil output shrank dramatically, despite holding some of the world's largest oil reserves. The United States has long been involved in Venezuela's affairs, imposing sanctions on government officials and the state oil company to pressure the Maduro government. Washington has cited concerns about corruption, narcotics trafficking, support for foreign adversaries, and threats to regional stability. These sanctions have limited Venezuela's access to global markets and squeezed its economy, deepening internal tensions. In early January 2026, the situation escalated dramatically. U.S. forces carried out a direct operation that resulted in the capture of President Nicolas Maduro, who was taken to the United States to face charges related to narcoterrorism. President Trump's administration declared it would run Venezuela temporarily and oversee a transition, framing the mission as part of broader efforts to combat drugs, corruption, and foreign influence. The U.S. government says its actions target criminal networks, narcotics trafficking, and instability emanating from Venezuela problems. Washington links to the Maduro regime. Controlling Venezuela's oil infrastructure has also become central. Venezuelan oil assets have been seized and sold under U.S. oversight, with profits held under U.S. control to support rebuilding efforts and benefit Venezuelans rather than corrupt officials. Critics, however, see a different picture. Some analysts and international voices describe the intervention as a form of imperial overreach, warning it undermines Venezuelan sovereignty and risks long-term conflict. They argue that controlling Venezuela's vast oil reserves and limiting the influence of rivals like Russia and China in the Western Hemisphere are key motives behind U.S. policy. As U.S. forces assert control, Venezuela remains deeply divided. An interim government has begun rebuilding diplomatic ties and technical cooperation with the U.S., while some Venezuelans welcome the end of Maduro's rule. Others decry the foreign intervention and warn of ongoing internal resistance and instability. In the heart of South America, Venezuela's crisis has become a flashpoint of power, oil, and influence where geopolitical strategy, domestic collapse, and external intervention collide.